Hello there, time for a look at my updated travel makeup bag. Take this as the best of my current beauty collection because this little bag is all I brought with me for 7 months overseas this year. Quit my job in Australia, headed off overseas to travel and work in a new city, and this was all I packed. For a makeup lover, this was very tough, but I knew I'd be picking up many other pieces along the way, so I wanted to keep the starting point as minimal as possible. As I said in my first video on this topic, for me, travel makeup has to be about multitasking. Products you can use in several ways to create several different looks, reducing the overall number of items you pack. I prefer to keep sizes to an absolute minimum too, so small, thin, pen-like products get a big tick, not a palette in sight. If you've watched my videos before, this first section will be no surprise. It's what I use every single time I put makeup on. First, 3 face base heroes that I've loved and been loyal to for years. This Chanel Le Beige Healthy Glow tint is sadly discontinued, but the new Chanel Moisturizing tint in the little rectangular bottle is fairly similar. Review on that later. A sheer glowy subtle wash of colour is what I always go for. Don't wear foundation, I just prefer a tinted moisturiser. To conceal, I start with Chanel Eclair Lumiere, a more lightweight, smooth version of YSL Touche Eclat in my opinion, to seamlessly brighten under my eyes. Then Clé de Peau concealer to naturally hide any spots. This is incredibly creamy and long wearing, but so subtle and blends into the skin. The best concealer I've ever used. I brought along the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in chocolate if I wanted to beef up my brows with small, subtle strokes, but I really only reach for Glossier Boy Brow every day. This brushes brows up, adds a bit of pigment, and stays in place all day without feeling stiff or crunchy. A few glowy, bronzy multitaskers now. I threw in this little Burberry Fresh Glow Illuminating fluid because I love how it adds a natural glow all over or on the high points of the face. Then RMS Champagne Rosé Luminizer, my favourite of her luminizer shades for a dewy, lit from within, slightly rosy tinted glow. These 2 Burberry pens were a no-brainer for me. The first Fresh Glow pen is a perfect inner corner highlight, but can also be used as a shadow all over the lid or as a face highlight. And the face contour pen in medium is something I use more often as eyeshadow than as contour, but the option is there for a bit of bronzing. Creamy, subtle, natural, and super easy to blend. For someone whose favourite product category is cream blush, only choosing 2 was brutal, but Tata Harper Volumizing Lip and Cheek Tint in Very Popular made the cut. This peachy, rosy, brownie neutral is incredibly light and smooth, creating such a natural flush but also looking lovely as a dewy eyeshadow or patted onto lips. And my favourite product line of the year, Chanel Rouge Coco Lip Blush, had to come along. You can see a separate review of 5 shades on my channel, but I went for 420 Burning Berry for its soft stain and staying power on the lips. I love cream and stick eyeshadows, but actually went for 2 powders in my favourite tones. Chantecaille Carnelian is a gorgeous, glimmering peach, one of my holy grail products. It's so smooth, it really feels like a cream shadow. And Tom Ford Agenda Rouge, another colour that looks quite intense, but I usually just wear it as a very light wash all over the lid. People can't actually tell you're wearing red, but it makes my green eyes pop. Can you tell I usually apply products with my fingers because this is the only brush I packed? MAC 217, a quick and easy domed shadow brush that does the sheer wash of colour job perfectly every time. A little bit of liner, Charlotte Tilbury Audrey pencil for a dry pencil point that adds a nice natural thickness to the lash line. And, like a broken record, my favourite mascara of all time, Chanel Le Volume, to add a natural looking boost of black, volume and length in 1 or 2 swipes. Last but not least, lipstick. Yes, you're seeing correctly, 2 lipsticks for 7 months overseas. I knew I'd shop for more along the way, so I tried not to overthink it and just grabbed shades I knew I would wear most often, not only once or twice on nights out. Bobbi Brown Crushed Lip Colour in Cranberry will not be a shock if you're a regular viewer. This balmy, sheer, stain-like formula is so easy for everyday wear or to layer it up. And Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution in Bond Girl, the most me shade I own and such a creamy, comfortable matte. It wasn't until I filmed this video just before I left that I realised these are basically identical, but you might as well pack what you know you'll love wearing. One formula is very sheer and the other is much more rich and opaque, so they serve different purposes. Plus, for those of you wondering why there's no red there, I later found the sheer Ilia tinted lip conditioner in Arabian Nights in a handbag and left it in there. So a true ruby red did make it on the plane, and that actually makes 3. Let me know what makes it into your travel makeup bag. It's a tough but true way to test what your most loved products are at that time. Looking forward to sharing more travel beauty content with you this year, including my in-flight routine and travel skincare bag, plus the beauty souvenirs I've picked up many months and many countries later. Thanks for watching. See you next time.